we go up 4 notes. So you take B and you go B, C, D, E, then E, F, G, A, then A, B, C, D, then D, E, F, G, G, A, B, C, C, D, E, F. When you do intervals like, we just did fourths here, and we did fifths earlier, you start on the pitch you're on. So you would say if you were going from B to B, that would be a 1 or a unison, or B to C, you have 2 letters, that would be a second. Just so there's no confusion there, you would count 1 as B. And here is the way it looks on the staff. It's really easy. You start, especially for the treble clef, you start in the middle, B, and then you go up to E, then you go down to A. It's just up, down, up to D flat, then down to G flat, then up to C flat, and then down to F flat. Generally the same pattern for the bass clef. You start with B flat here, the lower B. You go up to E, down to A, up to C, down to G, up to C. Sorry, I should have said E before. That is my mistake. And then down to F. Okay, now we understand the order of sharps and flats, how they work, how they look on a staff. Now we want to connect them to how to use the sharps and flats to make to make scales and key signatures, and how they work in music, how are they actually useful. So let's start with the sharps. We have frogs, can, go, down, and eat, bugs. And what we do is, if we want to find out what key we're in, if we have 2 sharps, we take the last sharp and we go up 1 letter. If we want to find out what key we're in, if we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sharps, we take the last sharp and we go up 1 letter to E. And what happens here is that's how you know what key you have. So let's do an example. Let's say we have 3 sharps in this key. So the last sharp is G sharp. So let's put 3 sharps on the grand staff. We have F sharp, G sharp, A sharp. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. And down here we would have the same thing. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. And what letter comes after G? A. And that's how we know what key we're in. So in this case, instead of writing A, B, and having to put a little sharp here for C, we won't have to do that anymore. We just put C, because this key signature dictates that every C is going to be sharp, and you just go up. You can easily prove the system to work because on the piano here we have C, and we go up a whole step. Remember that, whole step, say it with me, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Well, let's compare the sharps. We have C sharp, and we have C sharp here, and C sharp here. We have F sharp, we have F sharp here, and we have G sharp, and we have G sharp here, and G sharp here. And that's the easiest way to learn your scales, if you know what sharps are there in each scale. Let's move to the next, let's move to a more complicated example. Okay, when you are looking at sharps, you take the last sharp and you go up to the next letter, and that is the key you're in. For example, the last sharp in A major was G sharp. You took the last G sharp and went up to just the letter A. That pattern's true for the key of D. You have 2 sharps. The last sharp is C sharp, so you're in the key of D. The exception to that naming what key you're in rule is F sharp and C sharp. So let's take a look at that. We have frogs, can, go, down, and eat, bugs. And if you're in the key of F sharp, the last note is going to be E. So here you would be in the key of F sharp. If we were to go to the D, you would be in the key of C sharp. If we were to stop at the key of A, you would just be in the key of B, and the key of E here, and the key of A here, D, and G. That's just an important thing to know. So let's take a look at this on the staff. So let's go to the key of F sharp. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sharps. So you have F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, and then E sharp. And now in this case, you would only have to write the scale this way. Same thing for the bass clef. Go all the way through these sharps, and you can take the F and just go all the way up. And you can test your system. It works every time. You have an F sharp here. Whole step, half step, whole step.
Sarah Swiger, please come to the
Whole
office
step,
to check out.
whole
Sarah
step,
Swiger, please come to the office to check
half
out.
step. Excuse that announcement. We'll do that again. Whole step here, whole step, half step, whole step, half step.